I think I've mentioned to you all quite a few times now that I'm a big fan of Neil Oliver on GB News. He's the only person on there worth watching, and that's because he tells the truth, and everything he says resonates with my thinking. He sits there in front of your screens and he tells it like it is. He comes across as a friend to decent people everywhere. He's not like any other broadcasters who sit there and present themselves to you in a fake kind of way. Slick hair, manicured everything, sharp suits. He sits there, his hair is everywhere, he's got a messy cravat, and he looks like he's just come off an archaeological dig, which he is, he's an archaeologist. But I fear his time at GB News in front of our screens telling us the truth is coming to an end. Because according to the Guardian newspaper, and I use the term newspaper loosely, Jewish groups and MPs are urging GB News to stop indulging conspiracy theories. Now we know that the owners of GB News have literally sold their souls to Ofcom. They've given Ofcom the complete right to veto the people who present on their channel. For example, GB News effectively dropped Mark Steyn after folding under massive Ofcom and advertising pressures. And also the mainstream media are now gunning for Neil Oliver because they reckon that anti-Semitic tropes are being spread on the channel after Neil Oliver discussed plans to impose a one-world government. So because Neil Oliver spoke out against globalism, they reckon he's anti-Semitic. The guy hasn't got a racist bone in his body. I mean, to brand the guy anti-Semitic and racist is just, it's malicious, it's dishonest, and it's yet another baseless accusation aimed at someone who's simply telling the inconvenient and uncomfortable truth. And just to remind you about the Guardian newspaper, the left-wing go-to newspaper of out-of-touch champagne socialists, it was founded by a slave owner, and it was a huge supporter of Jeremy Corbyn, who allowed anti-Semitism to thrive in his Labour Party at the time. And for them to suddenly give a shit about fake anti-Semitism peddled by, or they say that is peddled by Neil Oliver, is just disgusting. But that's the lefties for you folks. If they can't get you with honesty, then they will get you with lies. They will spread the most disgusting crap about you in order to bring you down. And their arrows are now pointed at Neil Oliver. He's the latest target. You can bet your bottom dollar they'll get rid of him. And then GB News will be just like the other news channels, Sky News, BBC, Channel 4. It'll be a biased news organisation that really doesn't tell the news, but tells us what Ofcom thinks we should be told. And we'll only have the type of guests on that Ofcom likes, i.e. Tommy Robinson wasn't allowed to come on despite protests by some of the presenters on there that they wanted him on to talk to him. So there we go. If you haven't listened to Neil Oliver yet, then please I ask you to do so, because really the guy just tells it how it is. And if you're like me, if you think like I do, if you're a real conservative and you have a love for Britishness, our history, our culture, everything about this lovely great island of ours, then he's worth listening to. So there we go, that's my video. I hope you like. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and until the next time, have a great day, look after yourselves, and Roger Trout.